all, Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist one too, and all in between. This is for the absolute positive. I hope bigger and better of you, only doing good as truth. You know, right now you turn on the news and every day in America, right, there's something different Russia's doing with Ukraine, and there's some sort of different response from the United Nations, and Russia's going to blow us all up, and the United States is going to blow them up, and it's just a whole bunch of nonsense. Listen, I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to keep it all the way 100% real with all you fools. Y'all just a bunch of land grabbing snakes, man. You hear me? You just want, man. You got all this power and all this money. It's a whole bunch of crap. Listen, you could go over there with a fraction of what it takes, right, to war with that country and just buy out the leadership, buy out the people, raise their quality of life, man. Do it from your side of the border. Show that you're the truth of the bigger and better than being good. But blowing these folks up, this is nonsense. This is stage, man. This is all a bunch of crap, man. You hear me? And it has something to do with me. Of course, I'm all up in the mix, but know the real of it, man. It's static, twisted, scattered, blind, undefined fucking energy of fools, man, who don't know how to only cross one more positive than the bigger and better of their faithful negativity. Devilishly delusional and as deranged as they could ever be, man. You hear me? And all of them, United States, Russia, anybody that says there's some sort of politic in this world, they're all running us the same way, by control, through law enforcement, through regulations, when all they should do is make sure that we're always taken care of, always have homes, you know, always are good in reality check. Who wouldn't love that leadership? What country would hate that leadership? Who would want to compete with that leadership? I mean, it's just ridiculous. These folks are absurd. Man, get a life. You hear me? Really, gonna blow us all up or threaten to kill thousands, millions, cause World War III. I mean, all of you. You people are ridiculous, man. It's a whole bunch of hoo-ha nonsense. And I'm going to say this for you fools again, just to let you know who I am, what the fuck I'm about, and what you fools are up to. You hear me? Listen, I care less about power. I care less about running anything. It's the good God and truth of all I am that needs to run everything. You hear me? That's the king of all I am, the standard, man. Only cross your negatives, one more positive. Only add up good as truth to be the absolute bigger and better of all negativity, till all subtracts to one neutral nothing up out of your reality. If you do, you can never be destroyed for that. You can never suffer up out of existence for that. You can never decay, disintegrate, die, end up in World War III over that. Repeat as needed, man. Look, stop this nonsense. You hear me? And if you don't believe me and you don't want to stop the nonsense, you're just going to end up looking like aliens over. Everything's going to be green and fucked up. You hear me? You're going to have the whole place radioactive. You hear me? The Shiva shaft on all of existence, devilishly delusional for nothing. You hear me? And even the most evilest, most perverted of you, I want to say this to you. Whatever you like, whatever your kicks and your fancy is, listen, man, it's only the positive of you making you feel good. Now, in reality, if that's positive is negative to the good truth of you, man, it is killing you out. So it's time to prioritize, man. Get your psycho freaking minds right. You hear me? You're suffering from a manic state of deranged, psychotic delusions of faith. Want to blow people up and calling body counts to cost. Man, get the hell out of here with that shit. You hear me? Fucking unevolved apes. That's what you are. I ain't scared of none of you. You hear me? If you want to kill me, you got a good reason, because I'm smarter than you, I'm better than you, and I'm more evolved than you in every way. When I get a chance, I'm going to get your women too. You hear me? We'll breed out the spot until you're nothing in every way. You hear me? In reality check. That's how I roll. That's God, truth, reality check. For everybody else that's just catching on, all creation of existence is made of indestructible atoms. Well, atoms. Some of these atoms are indestructible. They're more male than female, but all atoms are male and female love knots of energy, negative and positive, positive and negative energy, right? And depending on if this atom is more male or female is depending on if it's stated one more positive to the good truth of its shape, form, and mass. All male atoms only bond one more positive, right? Two or more Christ-like to be good as truth, right? To only add up bigger and better to the here and now, their shape, form, and mass, than all negativity that would have them neutrally nothing. You hear me? Just negative of being here and now. That's a shape, form, and mass to the reality of them. Okay? And every time you cross one more positive, you apply to the core of this atom, which is a proton and a neutron. And you apply to the proton of the atom. And the proton is the building block of all shape, form, mass to the here and now of all God, truth, reality check. E equals MC squared. But every time you apply with faith, right? Instead of crossing back one more positive when you feel all negativity, the electron field that's around the atom, right? You apply to it, right? And you absorb that electron field from whatever point of negativity it's on you at to the core of the neutron, which is not neutral. It holds negative charge, right? To the proton, right? And is stabilized by the proton normally unless it becomes more negatively unstable female to the here and now of its reality. And one of three things can happen, man. Either that neutron goes to a higher or a lower state, and it breaks the bond of the atom because it can't bond one more positive and good than the negative of it, right? Or right, the neutron is birthed from the atom as a nuclear explosion, right? Mutating all matter deficiently that it comes in contact, which is the actual chemistry of the explosion from the neutron. You hear me? And every time you do this, right, you take the negatives of you, right, and that energy is the devil of you, man, and it's the incarnate of Shiva, right? More matter, right, negatively deficient than positive and good. And in reality check, it's crossing you as a shaft on your holy existence to one neutral nothing, just negative as hell. Dust of wind, static, twisted, scattered, undefined matter of life to static, twisted, scattered, undefined negative energy of death. And that's a fact check. That's God. That's truth. That's reality check. Only bow and submit rightfully, truthfully to the full thief man, God and King of all I am. Of all, God, truth, reality check. That's a fact check.